sure it's locked. Yep.
One more tweak.
Yes, sir.
2 snaps. I was trying to loosen these up.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't get them to stretch to the... See if it'll snap on the way it is.
Yep.
Plan B.
I think I might have tightened it back.
I tried to loosen up and bring it down again. I could only tighten it back because of the way the plastic was
Is that
folded.
better?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it
Yeah.
snapped.
I couldn't get it on, period. Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Wow. That's not just a little bit of ice. It's a lot of ice. Oh, goodness. Brought the wrong paddle today. gotta be kidding me. Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad I brought my tools. That's actually... Oh wow. That's going to be an issue.
Okay, are we talking feet or miles? Once we get out of the stream, we're okay, right?
Probably. Ironically enough, this stinking ridiculously fancy paddle, I just broke the dadgum. I don't know, Spence. It's already going to be an interesting paddle. I broke the connection on this $800 paddle.
If I break this paddle, we're going to get out of water.
I mean, that's insane. Oh, yeah.
You know what? Telling the truth, you broke it on the Hiwassee.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Stronger than paddle.
Yeah, right. Because all I got to do is that. And then we're good. Roger. Ooh, yeah.
You're gonna hit your shins a couple times. Be careful.
Yeah, can I borrow your paddle? Your wooden stick? Oh, shit.
Gotta get down the bridge.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's not just a little thick, is it? Here you go.
You want your boat to be a stabilizer?
Yeah, maybe. Or an icebreaker. There we go. Tell you what, another day of these temps and we could walk across this.
Yeah, it was raining.
Nikes. Oy. Oh. Oh yeah. Ay, 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 ay. I cannot believe this stupid paddle broke.
What's it like out there in the soft water?
Much better. Of course, now that I have ice cubes for feet, and I'm sure you do too. Ought to be interesting paddling with the paddle that's got just freewheel at the center.
Adapt and overcome.
What's it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you bite the bullet and pay for super good equipment, and the funny thing is my cheap equipment lasts longer than the good stuff, it seems like. This ought to be interesting, man. There we go. So maybe that's the trick. Oh no, that's not the trick. That's better than the other. About right there, probably. And let's hope it stays semi-put. Too much. Yeah, he's right. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Just be a good Marine about it. Whew. I'm glad I didn't wear the vest. Of course, also didn't plan on getting a workout right then. That was an interesting start.
Can't hear you.
That was an interesting start.
Love it. And there's a bald eagle too. Damn. It's landing on a tree, showing his white side.
This couple times I've not been blessed with seeing them.
Well, is it like having two C1 paddles or one loose kayak paddle?
I figured out that if I torqued it down in one direction and then just readjusted it, it's
close.
I suspect I probably can't put a bunch of pressure on it, but it'll be good. Like you said, man, improvise, adapt, and overcome.
I love it. We've already got a great trip.
Yeah, 100%.
Ice and a bald eagle. And we discovered you can't put your sticks on the ice. That's bad.
Yeah, who knew?
And I'm very happy with this tail on this thing.
Are you?
Watch, I can spin it. I used to take me on 24 legs. I used to have to go.
I don't know if you heard the story about my sister a couple months ago, but she came up here with her fiance. Well, I told you part of it. We were staying in that cabin. I brought her out here to the Hiwassee to paddle. And I took too many things for granted, man. It started out bad at the put-in, and it just progressively got worse.
Didn't get cuter.
And by the time we got to Devil Shoals, she was so scared that she was basically immobile, and she ended up in the water. She almost drowned.
Yeah, look at this. Am I sort of holding the back and the front?
Say that one more time, sir.
Is it kind of settled in the back, or is it even? You know, some boats kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you're drafting a little bit more in the back, but not much. I mean, it's close to an even keel.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty good. It's just, I feel like a tad low in the back.
It may be a ½ inch.
I can take that, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, not very much. I mean,
Yeah, my fear is that we take away too much buoyancy, and I go.
yeah, it looks to me like you're fairly good. Huh. Oh, I may roll yet. 'Cause I'm hot. I'm glad you came, Spence. I knew today was going to turn out to be pretty.
Pretty and special. Pretty special.
Chilly start, but it's going to be a little bit warm by the time we get done.
I'm still breathing from that damn pudding.
Me too. Yeah.
You know, being able to rocker that boat, that was the key. Sliding this boat up and crushing it was too slow.
Yeah.
But back and forth, back and forth. Definitely a way to ice break.
Break the paddle again. Quit worrying about the paddle, Betty. It's going to be what it's going to be. Already broke. Going to be what it's going to be. I forget what kid I was out here with or whose grandson it was. May have been Doug's grandson. He was tugging on those rocks right there. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Gravity. Gravity.
Don't do that, buddy. Don't be the one that takes that wall down.
Yeah, that corner looks kind of shady.
Doesn't it though? Yeah.
Now I'm gonna look at it.
Of course, I mean, if you look at the foundation of the whorehouse, I mean, or the brothel, whatever. I was watching some young men out there over the summertime trying to reinforce it with more rocks. I was like, yeah, basically playing Jenga, you know, but doing it the opposite, putting stuff in. Yeah, like, wow.
At least they weren't underneath and couldn't get crushed.
They were.
Oh no, what a surprise.
Yeah. What's that?
Did anyone say hold my beer?
I did stop and watch him for a few minutes and kind of chatted just a little bit. I found out that, I mean, that somebody was paying them to do it, which is, of course, but like, do they know what they're paying you to do? And they said, yeah, they're the ones that told us to do it.
So somebody's got 3 dumb nipples.
It was funny. This is one of my favorite spots.
I could spend hours here if I could, but I'm not going to today.
Well, today's nice, and the reason I really wanted to go today is because the water's been on since 1 a.m. The last couple of times I've been, there's been like a, you know, a 30-minute window of paddleable water. So it's been bony from the start.
On the lower, when you came across the power lines, the sun was on them and it looked all gorgeous. You know, endless flecks. Like there are 44 rocks here I never knew about. You know, get behind them. No, sir. That was impressive. I know it's not true, but it was good looking.
I saw a spot the other day on the, I mean, where you're talking about on the power lines, or where the power lines cross the river.
Yeah.
Where that beach is right there.
Yeah.
I would like to paddle down there one day.
Well, there's 3 big rocks in there. You can spend a lot of time there. You want to take your students there and they eddy in, eddy out. That's the place to do.
Right.
Because it's not killer current, but there's enough there they know what they got.
Right.
And they can clip themselves if they really try. Otherwise, it's all
And there's
basically free.
big, beautiful sandy beach where you can get out and collect yourself.
The hard part's driving up to the beach, but that's okay too. That's not hard, it's just dusty.
I reached back out to TRR about 6 months ago, and I was basically told that, in so many words, that I wasn't welcome.
Well, also, the local chapters just disappeared. Our fearless leader has been burned out.
Well, that's a problem. Well, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
When you deal with amateurs, it happens all the time. Someone volunteers and works and works and works, and that's it. The guy had a herd did the same thing. 11 months, and that's it.
I mean, I always kind of thought there really needed to be a vet in that position to begin with. But whatever.
Whatever, right?
I guess I could write to National and say, hey, what are y'all doing?
Oh, the old volunteer care.
Yeah.
I don't know if she had a paid position or not.
It was, but it was, I mean, a modicum.
Yeah, it was just enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can't support yourself doing it, but it was, I mean, they actually paid me for a little bit before I mean, the reason that I got away from them to begin with, and I won't spend any time on this, but there's just a lot of politics. In my opinion, in that particular kind of thing, politics has no place, no matter what side you're on. I mean, it needs to be about the vets. I don't know what it is about that spot, but it always collects brand new logs every single time. Every time I go there, there's a new log.
You either have to move or run it backwards, or move it backwards, I guess.
I've only hit that rock right one time, and it was by accident. Now, what is that? It must be a red tail, huh?
Something smaller than a field.
Yeah, it's got to be a red tail because it's too big to be a red shoulder. Unless it's a juvenile ball.
No, I don't think it's a red tail. You know, they've got an awful distinct tail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I wonder if it's a juvenile ball. Have they had babies this year? that you know of?
I've never seen 3. When do they produce their kids?
I actually don't know, but I do remember that last summer I saw a couple of what people kept calling Goldens. I'm like, no, number 1, it's way too small. Number 2, we don't have them. Pretty sure that what they were calling golden was juvenile bald. I also don't know how long they stay brown. I think it's a couple years though. But I don't know. I guess I should probably look it up since I wonder that every time I'm on the river. Right. The day could not get too much prettier.
Someone said they saw an otter out here. I've never seen an otter in the Hiwassee.
You know, Doug tells me that he sees otters all the time when he's on his own, and I've never seen one yet. I don't doubt him, but at the same time, I kind of wonder if he's seeing a turtle. I know they're here.
I don't know. I have no evidence of it in 30 years. They're out there, but they're hiding.
Right.
They don't like me.
Yeah, they see you coming, they're like, man, there's that teacher.
There's that water. Watch this guy. Then they train their kids. They pass it on to their kids. I've never seen an otter. Yeah, but
Ooh, should have brought the sunglasses. Hey Spence, would it bother you if I took just a second to use the head?
Hope so.
Roger that. Great spot. Campfire. Much better, thank you.
That whole face came down when they brought the railroad through. Looks like it's sheared there.
I don't know, but I can't. There's been multiple times in the summer, especially if I'm by myself, I'll just sit here and float by this and just stare at that. It's a beautiful rock face.
I'm impressed with the lichen. Lichen on rock, always a good thing. Unless you're covered. That's not. I have no desire to do the bears, but I'll watch you if you want to go there. Or go to the jungle.
I'm gonna go left of the island today.
That's Pungo.
Tell you what, if you've got any, I don't know if you like camping and stuff like that, but me and Doug are talking pretty seriously about camping on Little Rock one of these days, sometime soon. And then also in that same trip sometime, when you go through the jungle, when you ferry across right there, if you can picture a straight line across the river where the green meets the white, if you look up right there 30 feet up the slope, it looks to me like there's a huge cavern. I don't know if it's a cave or not. Have you ever noticed that? Take a look today when you go by there.
Okay, come through the jungle, look straight out.
You won't see it. Yeah, you won't see it until you get pretty close to River Right.
Okay.
But I'm just using that as a line.
Okay.
So if you picture a straight line perpendicular to the shore that comes right there straight across, as you're ferrying across right before you cut into current, if you look up, there's going to be maybe 30 feet up the slope above the trail what looks like kind of a long, narrow, it looks like a cavern opening to me. And I'm super interested in geology, so kind of dying to get out there and see if it's a cave or not.
You're in the right place.
It's a beautiful rock face. There's no doubt about that. There's a pretty good place you could park right there and just walk up. And I've not walked up there, but it kind of looks like the top is flat.
I've seen the rafters do that.
Have you?
Yeah. They get out, and you know, as long as the junk's at a flat spot there, they go up.
I just can't help but think that at night the Milky Way's got to look gorgeous out here.
First time I came up here, stayed the night looking at the stars.
Yeah. Have you walked out to Bald? Have you been out to Bald River late at night? The falls right there. I mean, for some reason, I don't know if it's just because of the falls and you know the ambiance or whatever, but God, it's gorgeous. I need a good camera, you know, to take long exposures. It's beautiful.
You know, there used to be a railroad bridge 80 yards above.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you walk the trail up to the top of the falls, that's where the bridge was.
Wow.
You use that ledge to go across.
Okay.
I learned that in the museum there in town.
Yeah, the only thing that I would personally wish for in this area is some more granite type geology.
Yeah.
You know, we've got mostly limestone. And
I think you have to go down to the, what's that mountain in Georgia? It's got it's a Confederate name on it now. But that's granite. That's
yeah.
the one slab of granite I know about.
And then the plateau, you can find a lot of schists on the plateau as well.
Okay.
Cumberland Plateau.
Yeah. So this is one mountain.
Right.
Granite.
Yeah. Big South Fork, you can find a lot of cool rocks.
Big South Fork had granite schist.
Yeah, you can find a lot of really cool. And they've also got something fairly unique to the area. I've never seen one, but I've read about the and I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. The UNICOY. Unicoi rocks.
I forget what era that's from.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pleistocene or whatever. I can never keep them straight, you know, segmented.
Right. Yeah, when I say I'm interested, I'm not educated.
Well, curiosity is a wonderful thing, correct?
Yeah.
Because a discovery is a discovery.
Man, the best river in the world for finding the coolest rocks in the world is the Buffalo River in Arkansas.
Really?
Oh, God.
Because the Arkansas Plateau?
No,
Well, the Ozark Mountains, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Ozarks.
Yeah. That's really an odd duck appendage of the Appalachian, if you will.
Right.
So this is the takeout for your rough if you want to walk up to going up.
If you make a straight line right across where the white meets the green, you can see it from here. Straight up from that line is what looks to me like a pretty large cavern. Don't know if there's a cave behind it or not, but
I can't make it work. I can't locate it yet.
just go straight across. You'll see it when you get closer. Beneath that big boulder. What's that? It's beneath the slab.
Okay, I see a cut that might be the
Yeah. It's pretty deep. I mean, if you get closer to the shore, you can see that it goes in beyond visual range. I need to break down and just hike that trail one day, because I think the trail's right there.
It stumbles along pretty close to the water, but it has some high cuts.
Right. Or better yet, just eddy out right there and get out one day.
Yeah, it's hard getting in there actually. I've done 3 rescues over there, and one of them really killed me.
There's a lot of current right there. That's why I've not boogered with it. I mean, you could get out right there easy and just walk back up.
And you have a guy,
I'll tell you what, talking about running side creeks and stuff, I saw him running Goforth on video one day. I mean, when Goforth was really flowing.
That's the only time you can run it.
Bruh, that was terrifying to watch.
I've walked it, and I've walked it dry and full.
Yeah.
And each time I'm quivering.
Yeah.
This is death. Make a mistake and you're going to pay it.
Hey, if somebody said they were paddling the San Bernardino Gorge, where would you think that is?
California?
Yeah, that's what I would spring to mind too, but the video I was looking at looked more like Ecuador or Chile.
Well, there's a lot more of that now. There's a whole lot of international paddling.
Yeah. I saw this video a couple of days ago of a group of maybe 10 or 15 guys paddling a gorge that was, I don't know, maybe 10 feet wide at the widest point. Just straight class 5 from start to finish.
I don't know 10 guys that touched my life with.
No, me neither. But it was amazing to watch though. The scenery was just freaking off the chart. I have to stop at pop-up for at least a second.
That's one of my favorite spots. I've never seen anybody work it so much flares left to right as you do. I don't think I've done that. I think I only work right to left. I let the current just slide me.
Yeah.
Typewriter along.
It does the same thing the other way.
Well, if I had the nerve, I've never tried it. You showed me something new.
Oh, sorry. Of course, the funny thing is, when I watched you do this little slide the other day, or the other, whatever it was, month or what, I'd never noticed that before, and then I did it the next time I was here. It's like, man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. It's a fun little shoot.
It is. Fun to get.
I like it a lot better than the line everybody else takes.
You know, there's 9 different slots to get across that thing.
You've said that, and I've counted them up. I only count 6, but
You start way right here.
yeah.
It's a 3-foot drop, and sometimes that's in this boat it might turn me. But then you go. There's 2 or 3 in the next, and then there's the standard right,
Right.
and then there's the creek, and then 2 slot cuts there.
Yeah.
The big left shoot, and then there's 2 cuts after that. Then there's the wide left when you've got someone who hates and afraid of paddling. Take wide left.
All right.
So those are the choices.
Oh, I mean, I believed you. I just,
Well, you know, it's a matter of being bored and go, I've been out here 3,000 times.
right.
What else can I find?
Yeah.
And if you want a corridor that's quiet, river right, start working your way up. You'll come up to 30, 40, 50 yards, and there's a log across the front up here. But it's just beautiful up and back. I showed that to some of my older canoe friends.
Uh-huh.
They adore shit like that, you know. They're just paddling in the woods. Made their day. But it is pretty.
Talking about canoe people, I was watching somebody the other day running the Nantahala in a flat water canoe. That was interesting.
You don't have a lot of margin for sideways error because you can go.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They're a better paddler than I am, for sure.
There's the story of getting bored. What can I do today? Of course, that's the beauty of flowing water. From air mattress to whatever. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, my sister did it wrong, for sure. Huh? What's that?
The first cut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 1's hidden right back in there.
Oh, really? Well, I'm looking forward to your shoot, so I'll check that out next time.
It's kind of fun. You've got to do a little kind of a sideways ledge drop to get into it too.
Yeah.
Depending on the water level. never seen those green leaves turn purple like that. If that's purple.
Looks purple to me.
Gorgeous. Love it.
My ear is just a little bit too big for these things, and it's pinching in the very bottom, which is fine for a couple hours, but after a while it smarts. Yeah?
Like all gear everywhere.
Right. I would think that that spot would flip that boat. Or come pretty close anyway. Is that paddle too short for you?
Well, I just made the paddle, painted the paddle, and started paddling with it. It's not wide enough. It's probably short enough for the Hiwassee because I spent a lot of time doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
But I imagine it's close to what you're paddling.
Right, I just thought that those were supposed to be really long.
Yeah, they are. This doesn't look maybe 8 inches longer.
So you made that, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a flat boat. I'm gonna make my own damn paddles.
Right on, man.
I've got a couple very long stand-up paddles for my inflatable.
Uh-huh.
Because I can stand up in it if I wedge my feet correctly. So it's like 11 feet of stick. I haven't tried it yet. But that's why God made summer.
Right. I'd really like to do some rolls and stuff just to warm up and feel better about it, but
You don't have to.
yeah, I'm not going to.
We're out here for fun.
But that's what, I mean, the big difference in my paddling over the past summer was getting a pool. And I just spent hours a day in my pool,
Yeah.
just doing stupid rolls, and I actually got to the point where I could do both sides pretty proficiently. But I think it's like anything else, it's a perishable skill. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, that's why Eric Jackson says every time you go out, do 3 rolls.
Yeah, he's probably right, man, but this water is just cold.
He swims about every 5 years, you know, little bastard that he is. Dane swims once every 20 years, because he came up with a swim the other day.
Did he?
Yeah, ruined his leg.
Oh, wow.
Twisted his leg in the cockpit trying to get out.
Oh,
I saw the hole he's paddling in. It was in Canada. God, audacious goddamn hole. Audacious. Yeah.
well, I'm sure you saw the hole that his buddy died in.
No, I didn't. Who died?
Brent Orton.
Oh, okay. One of the senders.
Yeah. The kid from England. The really nice kid from England.
Okay. And the other guy's German.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the one from England, Brent Orton, it was, I think it's been 2 years now. But they were in, pretty sure it was in Switzerland. And there's just this massive hole at the bottom of this waterfall that he got recirculated in, and somehow or another it had enough power to bring the boat down. And when the boat finally came back up, he wasn't there. And it took him, I think they found him, I think it was 3 weeks later, they found him in the lake. And of course, 3 week anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really liked him a lot.
Well, the senders, whatever the hell they were, that make good video.
They do, but this kid in particular, he gave back a lot, you know? Like in the community, he spent almost all of his free time teaching kids. And so he would be all these water parks that England and I was shocked that England has a ton of water parks, whitewater parks.
Yeah.
And he would spend all his time with kids, and he was really good with them. I mean, it was a loss, I think, to humanity, to be honest. I mean, I really enjoyed him a lot.
Only the good die young.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's fun talking about someone that's made a contribution from the recreational world by being a very good human,
Yeah.
instead of being a very aggressive killer human on defense.
Right.
Around.
Yeah.
The greatest tight end ever. He chews up people and doesn't give a shit about anybody.
That's one of the amazing things about him. He's just a fun guy, and as good as he was, and in my opinion, he was as good, if not better, than any of the guys on his crew, which includes Dane and the German guy and all that. But he was just humble, you know?
If I had any skills at all, I would be totally obnoxious.
Yeah.
I got 1/7 skills and I talk 4/7. So
All right.
I'd be really...
Yeah, I've often said I would make a horrible rich person.
I don't know what the poor people are doing today. Wait a minute, we're rich. We're doing that.
Yeah.
I wonder what the rich people are having today. Having lunch with Kiki at the club?
Of course, different subject, but you want to talk about good views, man. That cabin right there, I think that cabin's got the best views on the river.
I remember it was being built.
Do you?
They went up the hell of a road. And of course, 18 wheelers to go up there with the gear. supplies, and they'd have to basically back down. He paid them, 7 times the amount for the mileage.
Sure.
Because they had to have 2 or 3 spotters going back downhill empty.
Yeah. I'm surprised they could make it up.
There's something over there. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is.
Right there.
Right. That's new.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost just a little camper.
Yeah, they stripped out the ball to do that. I don't like that. Or maybe it was that way when he got up there. I don't know.
No, he stripped it.
That's too bad.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, this is the first year I think the grass has grown back. It was brown for about 1.5 years.
Let's see. That might be architecturally stranded there. I don't know. It just looks like a two-layer cabin ahead of us. Looks good.
I would love that view, man. Straight up the river.
Yep. Increase your going to work by a half hour now. It's pretty slow getting down there. It's 20 minutes of getting down the river. But you know what? I'd sacrifice.
Oh yeah, man.
Because you gotta bring my work to me.
I tell you what, the other day I drove up. Have you ever spent any time out in Sitico?
Not a lot. About 3 different day trips.
Well, so Double Camp Road, if you take, there's a loop road that goes up to about 3,500 feet, up to the Razorback and then back down. Pretty close to that Razorback, there's actually a couple of cabins up there. And you want to talk about add some time to your drive. But Lord, that would be worth it.
The guy who built the Tellico Grains Bakery, he moved to Rattler out there, R-A-T-T-L-E-R community. It's not a village.
Right.
But he was tired of the big town.
The big town of Tellico? Yeah.
His wife came out of somewhere in Pennsylvania. They were both bakers. They both knew what they wanted to do, and they refused to make white biscuits. They didn't do anything but white biscuits. Started out and had some lean years making their living,
Right.
People had to come to them and figure out what they were doing.
They definitely go there now. That's almost a cult following now.
He is a builder. He built up the bakery and the living space above it and all the decks and everything. So he's not afraid to knock wood down.
I know quite a few people from Madisonville that make daily trips down there just to get their bakery goods.
Yeah, Madisonville should have better stuff than it does.
Madisonville's horrible, man. Of course, one of the reasons is I think it's probably one of the poorest communities in the county, which the county is one of the poorest counties in the state.
They also used to have water problem in terms of
It still does.
Yeah.
On my street, we've got a place we call Meth Holler. And it's named that for a good reason. Talking to can't remember the guy's name. He's that real cocky guy from Jackson that designs their boats. Anyway, I was talking to him one day on the nanny, and he was talking about when he was a kid, his dad was teaching him and his kid, other kids how to kayak and whatnot. And they were talking about how they would come out here to the Hiwassee and have competitions to see who could do the most rolls in the wave train at Devil Shoals. On a good sunny summer hot day, I need to come out here and do that. Right?
Someone's got their head on it. Okay. Roll on the wave train.
Man, the other day at table saw, that thing kicked my butt. I think I was rolling on the trough instead of the crest. I mean, I came up like 5 times, and every time I got smacked back down. Finally, I gave up. At the end, I asked Joe, I said, man, how long till I was out? And he's like, you were out. So if I could have held on for one more, I'd have been up. Right. Of course, the smarter money would have been just to tuck and sit there and wait for about 10 seconds and then roll.
You don't think about that. When you start thrashing, you know, I'm going to thrash my way to happiness.
I actually, man, I was so confident in my stuff. I was like, I got this. I did not have it. That particular day, Joe actually, he went down too on the same spot that I did. And there's a rock right there beneath Mike Tyson apparently. And he hit his helmet on that hard enough. Brand new, sweet protection. I mean, broke the helmet. Like, I was like, wow.
Where is this again?
Table saw?
What, the upper third?
Mike Tyson, yeah.
I don't know what Mike Tyson means.
The first wave, entrance wave.
So the diagonal.
Yes.
So there's a diagonal left and a diagonal right.
The diagonal left.
Okay. You can punch through that and get in a huge eddy behind it.
Yeah, the day...
Again, when you're bored, when you want to go down a different route, you can actually left edge all the way down.
Right. The day that we're talking about is the first day that I had ever run it in a hard boat. And I mean, you can see it on the video that, I mean, I hit the wave like this. I mean, I was just begging, you know. And I think Joe was paying too much attention to me. He was behind me.
That's another question. Do you want your instructor ahead of you or behind you?
Oh, Joe Hoffer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, just a buddy. No, I was running it with Joe and Doug and I think 2 or 3 other people. Doug was ahead of me, and I mean, he did what, of course I didn't notice it when I was there, but I mean, he came into it diagonal, but at the last second, you know, he just punched left and then hit it square. And I hit it straight at that angle, which immediately flipped me. But I got lucky and didn't hit the same rock that Joe hit. Laz. That thing almost looks like a surf ski.
I'm gonna have to build some sort of back support.
Does it want to sink on you? Oh, back support. I just heard what you said. Could you modify a back band and stick it on there?
I think if I repair this back band and then see what happens. It's only got one strap right now. I just sort of...
Yeah, I'm just now looking at you. Your lower back's got to be killing you right now.
It does. That's why I haven't done shit. Also, I got sideways once up there. Side surfing. This thing's got no initial. It's got a lot of secondary.
Yeah.
But damn, this thing, you get it in that side, it's going to stay there unless you work your ass out.
All right.
So here with these little paddles.
Yeah, no purchase.
So I wasn't excited about surfing a whole lot after that.
Right. I don't blame you.
It's funny, if you really sit up straight, it hurts less. The ability to sit up straight for more than a minute and a half is...
Yeah, take some core strength.
Yeah. Apparently I don't got it.
Yeah.
It's a race. This thing hurts, this thing breaks down, this thing gets weak. You're always struggling.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
When those things get in the way of Hiwassee, then I got a problem. I was surprised. You went past the gatekeeper's house, the Airbnb, the gatekeeper's house at the end of the bridge there. It was actually rented today, or at least there was a new truck there.
Oh, I thought somebody lived there. No?
They rent it, Airbnb. Whoever owns it. Well, on the other hand, it could be the guy who owns it's living there during the week when nobody buys it.
Well, so I'm sure you've stopped at Webb more than once. I mean, there's a kind of a... So there's the gray-haired lady that kind of runs the shop. Her husband drives the truck. There's another lady that's kind of a skinny lady that's always chain smoking.
Yeah.
I always see her in that house, and I kind of thought she lived there.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I see her car there all the time. She drives that little Volvo, that little green Volvo.
Okay. Well, I thought there was sort of a truck there today.
But it could be.
Well, anyway, you gave me good information there. No, I didn't realize I didn't think it was a Webb property per se.
Well,
maybe she just works for Webb and she's got that property. Well, I can see how online, if you were online looking at places, that would be unique.
Oh yeah.
The train master's house. Wow. Not realizing that every fucking car going by puts headlamps into you all night long.
Right.
And you got one parking spot. And it's such and such. 2 trains a day if you're lucky.
Yeah, you're talking about unique. I mean, it'd be cool to have a wedding in this property over here on the left. I think that's what they rent it as, is a wedding venue.
River left or river right?
River right, downriver from Hiwassee.
Okay, the people took over the bar.
Yes.
That's ruined a good bar too. Of course, these guys didn't run them out per se. The homeowners association ran out the bar.
Oh, we're talking about different sides of the river and different people. You're talking about the place over here.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing with that place, man. But whatever they're doing, they're putting a lot of money into it.
Exactly. I keep waiting to have someone define it. Nobody will. Nobody can.
I mean, I've asked Hoffer more than once if he knows what's going on with it, because, I mean, he's kind of in the know politically on that.
Say, if Hoffer doesn't know, we're screwed.
But he's the one that kind of filled me in about what you're talking about, the HOA running the last people off.
Yeah. Did you ever take part in the Wednesday night fights?
What's that?
Come out here Wednesday night, 6 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Meet at the restaurant, put in your order, burgers, beers, whatever, and they'd make it, put it in styrofoam and put it out on the porch, and we all go up and launch, come back down, and then you could get out, walk up, grab your beer and your burger. Unique.
Huh.
Because, you know, it's just at dark when you get down here.
Right.
So you're jumping off the bridge in the dark, you know, all this stuff is really fun.
Huh.
Really good realistic stuff.
That's what almost everybody says.
I just haven't seen you do that in a while.